But if you take Jeremiah Love
Mm-hmm.
in the top 10,
Mm-hmm.
which he probably will,
Which he will, yeah.
so you're going to double down on that. You're going to have to pay him as a top 10 pick.
Yep.
And then if he works out, you're going to have to pay him again.
Yep.
Correct? Like if you draft him and he turns out to be great, then
Yeah.
you get to that fourth year. Well, now you're doubling down on that position. So now you get into that Zeke Elliott situation, and then you go, how much gas does he have left? Can I get 8 years out of Jeremiah Love? And that's why teams, I think, get nervous with that top 10 pick on a running back.
You know what's also interesting about that, though? See, I do think traditionally, like back in the 2000s, early 2010s, late 90s, yeah, you always thought about, how much runway can I get with a player? Can I get 2 contracts out of him? Can I get a decade? Can I get 10 years? You see how fast the league changes now? How much, I mean, coaches get 2, 3 years and they're blown up out of there. I do think the mentality has changed some, meaning, look, we got to win now. Otherwise, we see how impatient owners get right now.
Yeah.
So I think a little bit of that calculus has changed. Like, I don't know if you worry about that so much as you look with Jeremiah. I wouldn't be worried about that, about doubling down and trying to figure out, what am I going to do with his second contract? I just want to get through his first contract. I want to win some games. I want to be able to go worst to first, like some of these teams are doing. Because if I don't, I may be out of here. And the way in which he is able to help you win football games with his explosive playmaking ability, which is priority number one for every general manager and head coach right now.
But why don't the Jets take him at 2?
You know what? Probably because they're thinking this. Look, they're going to, I believe at some point here, I think they're going to franchise Breece Hall. They really do like Breece Hall, and Breece is a good player. And I just don't think that makes sense for them. But I think, look, could Tennessee wind up taking him? Could Arizona wind up taking him? Could the Giants at 5 for sure wind up taking him? I absolutely think so. I absolutely think that he may not get past the Giants at 5. He's look, they saw what they gave up. And I understand why they thought they maybe needed to give this up, meaning let Saquon go. But they saw the difference that he can make. They saw the difference that he can make. Now, obviously, you need to make sure Saquon went to the perfect place with the perfect offensive line at that time. But Jeremiah is different. And I know for a fact, as I hear it all the time, it's what every head coach is after. We need guys who can win games on one play. It's too hard to try and go 10, 15 plays. And Jeremiah can do. I had a running back coach tell me this, Dan. He said, you know who he reminds me of? He goes, don't. I'm not saying this is a one-to-one comparison, but he moves with the ease and fluidity of Eric Dickerson.
Ooh.
That's what it reminds me of. And I haven't heard anybody in my entire time of scouting, since I got done playing, compare anybody to Eric Dickerson. Nobody. Not a single runner. That was pretty high praise. And I respect the hell out of this guy who told me that.
You're in love with Love.
I say, yeah, I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Everybody is. Yeah, he's this special.
Yeah, but see, then I go back to the Jets. Why not have another playmaker?
Yeah.
Okay, I have Breece Hall. I get another playmaker. I want to put pressure on you on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Now deal with this. We'll incorporate these guys in the offense. If he's the second best, most valuable player, difference maker, I'd have a hard time passing him up.
The only problem is, like, they were like epically, historically bad on defense. Like, they have no playmakers inside. They gave all of them away.
We're just going to score more points. We don't have to score one more point, Louis.
Yeah, well, then, I mean, what you're looking at is, can we address it somewhere later on down the line?
I know.
They're going to get a quarterback, too. So that's the other thing, too, Dan. I mean, what are they going to do at 16? What are they going to do? I mean, are they going to wind up taking a guy? I'm sitting here looking at my board. I'm going, hey, man, they got to get somebody. They got to get somebody to pull the trigger. I know they've got so many different things going on there. But yeah, Jeremiah's got a lot of people right now in personnel department sitting there going, should we? We saw what Jahmyr Gibbs did. We know what Bijan Robinson can do. We saw what Saquon can do when he's at the right spot. Are we set up to where we can get that kind of return on investment if he's ours? And I think this is the fun time of year. It's a fun time of year for us. I don't know how fun it is for the teams, and we're actually trying to make these decisions. But there's some dudes, man. There's some guys right now who just showed over the past week, that the athletic component of the game is skyrocketing. These athletes are insanely talented and skilled and trained. And the game has never been more specialized and more athletic than it will be in 2026. That's for sure.